you searched the globe. What a great job. You searched the globe for the easiest to grow and pieces that you can't find anywhere. This is the Lamium, and you're getting 4 pieces. So another amazing ground cover for shade. So this is a problem solver. If you have shade that maybe under a tree or even like wet shade, this is going to be great for that. So under trees or along the north side of your home, maybe at the base of shrubs where you just can't get anything to grow because it's too shaded, this is a tender perennial, which we'll hear about. And not only are you going to get the gorgeous blooms, but look at the foliage, almost like a silvery look to it. Your item number is M89802. We're saving you $3, and like everything in the show, we're gonna ship these to you for free when it is time to plant them in your area. We started with about 1,800. We have 700 remaining. You're gonna hear a lot of those stories throughout this next 2 hours. $9.99 on Easy Pay. Unless you use your Q card, it'll be $6 on Easy Pay. Now you're gonna get 4 Ellie pots, 2 each of the pink and the purple. M89802 is your item number. Stephanie Walline is joining us here. So 4th generation from the Roberta's family. So tell us about these. That's something you don't hear of very often, where you can actually plant something in the shade.
That's absolutely right. And to have something flower in the shade is even harder to say, Terry. And so you actually did a great introduction. You almost don't need me. This is one of the best problem solvers in the garden. We all have, the north side of the house that nothing really grows, and year after year you're buying and paying for mulch. It's a ton of work, and it's just not that pretty. Or you have your really big, beautiful trees, but you can't grow anything under there because there's no sun. So this is the perfect problem solver for that. Not only do you eliminate the need for mulch or just leaving it dirt rather, you can grow something beautiful. And like you mentioned, even if it didn't flower, the foliage alone is worth planting and worth growing because it has this almost shimmer to it because of that silver effect. And then the cherry on top is that you're getting pink and purple flowers all summer long, likely to your first or second frost. And this is one of the most winter hardy perennial ground covers that we offer. So zones 3, like up near the Canadian border, can also grow this with success.
Wow. So so can you show us how they come? I don't think I have them.
I have one just here.
Okay, great. And then how do we plant them? Where do we plant them? How far apart if we want that whole look of ground cover?
Absolutely, good question. So this is one of the 4 Ellie pots, and you'll see that there's no plastic pot here. This is actually a biodegradable paper, and the roots of your plant grow directly through this. So it's actually better for the health of your plant and better for the environment. There's just less plastic involved. So you're receiving 4 of these, 2 pink and 2 purple. Now, it's a 4-piece collection, and so that you can imagine is going to give you about 10 square feet. So think about the places in your home where you don't normally, have any growth and you're just buying those yards of mulch. Well, you don't need to buy the mulch anymore. Pick up, a few of these collections instead. Plant the Lamium, get this beautiful silvery foliage. One plant is going to spread about 24 inches. And I have here, Terry, another shade-loving plant, a traditional one that we all know and love is the hosta. So maybe you have a shade garden going already. Dot the Lamium inside with your hostas or your peonies and your azaleas.
And we have some coming up later in the show, some hosta.
Exactly, yeah. This show is actually really great. I was talking with my family. Everything kind of has a pair or 2 buddies that would look really good together. So this, if you're watching this show, you can pick up a few items and really just get a beautiful garden going this summer. But looking at these photos, here you see the Lamium planted at the edge of this retaining wall, this rocky wall. And it just ever so slightly starts to overflow. It doesn't have too big of a trailing habit, so it stays nice and compact. But on this right photo, these leaves are so beautiful and they almost shine when the sun, if it does get a little dappled sun, but that silvery foliage is something that's very special and unique to a ground cover.
Well, when you consider how much you spend on mulch, like 1 bag or 2 bags maybe you could get for the price of this collection, and then you're never having to buy it again over and over and over again. To me, I do like the look of it as soon as it's put down, but within 2 weeks, it doesn't look good anymore. And it doesn't necessarily keep the weeds at bay. Now, is this something that would keep the weeds at bay?
Absolutely. So once this really starts to spread and take action in the garden, it's a very dense growth. So it will sort of smother and keep those weeds at bay, which is amazing, especially under areas like you can imagine your big trees getting out there with all the roots. You don't want to be on your hands and knees having to dig and pull up all those weeds. Here's Mom Court showing the hosta again, because it's a beautiful pairing.
It is. And if you really need shade, this is the perfect time to pick up both. Pick up the hosta, pick up the lamium, and it's like sunlight in the shade with both of these plants. The lamium has a beautiful bicolored silvery green leaf, and then the hosta has the yellow and the green leaf. So this is amazing for under your trees, in any shady areas, in your garden containers like that as well.
Well, we're giving you 4 pieces for $9.99, shipping to you for free when it is time to plant in your area. Is there any area where these wouldn't work?
You know, you can grow these where part of your your garden, that gets half day of sun. I would reserve those really sunny spots for our other ground covers that actually are coming up later on in the show. And then as far as areas in the country, you know, if you live in southern Florida or southern California, you might want to pick up the other ground covers as well. This really does best like zones 3 to 8. And
that's great.
Yeah, exactly. That's almost like 85–90% of the country. So you can really utilize this as a problem solver, like you were saying, to beautify those areas in our garden that normally are pretty dull.
So much prettier than mulch and so much less expensive. You're gonna get beautiful pinks and purples throughout the summer, and then that green also as well with the like kind of silvery look to it. They're so absolutely beautiful. We're saving you $3 today, M89802. If you use your Q card, you get 5 easy payments every day, so that would only be $6. So pick up a couple sets. Now,